Actually, it makes me pretty sad because I think it says a lot for the party, and it says a lot to call January 6th legitimate political discourse. But, it's actually just made me even double down on my intensity to get to the bottom of this.
It was a violent insurrection for the purpose of trying to prevent the peaceful transfer of power after a legitimately certified election. The issue is whether or not the RNC should be sort of singling out members of our party who may have different views from the majority. That's not the job of the RNC.
Everybody knows anybody who broke in and caused damage. That was not called for. Those people, we've said from the very beginning, should be in jail. What they were talking about is the 6 RNC members who January 6th has subpoenaed, who weren't even here, who were in Florida that day.
I think for the RNC to weigh in like this is inappropriate and frankly, not very constructive either.
Do you stand by the RNC's actions and statements?
As I understand it, they were referring to the peaceful protesters when they said that. I do not agree with that statement if it's applying to those who committed criminal offenses and violence to overtake our shrine of democracy.
Should they have been censured?
I'm not a member of the RNC. I wasn't privy to the resolution.
Well, anybody who committed crimes on January 6th should be prosecuted. If you entered the Capitol and you committed acts of violence and you were there to hurt people, you should be prosecuted, and they are being prosecuted. But the January 6th Commission is not the place to do that. That's what prosecutors are supposed to do. This commission is a partisan scam.
Given the size of the RNC, and I think the people who voted on this, is probably a pretty good reflection of what most Republicans think, and I think the lawmakers need to be aware of that.
Do you agree with that legitimate political discourse language that the RNC used in their censure?
Oh, that's their language. I mean, that's, I didn't write the motion or vote on it, so I'll let them speak for themselves on that.
We're here to do some hard things, and sometimes the hard things are to say, I want to get something done rather than just follow the messaging from our respective parties.